Good morning, Patrick County. Welcome to another program, The People, the Places, and the Performers of Patrick. Again, tourism is dedicated to promoting the county through print, video, and various products that showcase the beauty here. Patrick County is an excellent place to visit, live, love, and enjoy. We have everything here from primitive camping to five-star luxury, our history, outdoor tranquility, hiking, biking, and the beauty of the Blue Ridge Mountains makes us a destination worth seeing. So come, get lost, and find yourself here. And I want to say again, welcome to everyone. We're very fortunate to be here in the home of Kevin Hubbard, outstanding citizen here in Patrick County. Probably a lot of y'all have seen a lot of his work and may not know who's actually doing it. But I want to introduce to everybody today Kevin Hubbard, and I want him to go ahead and sort of tell us a little bit about himself before I start asking him a lot of questions.
All right. Well, first off, welcome to our home. I appreciate you.
Glad to be here, Kevin.
My name's, as you said, Kevin Hubbard. I'm native here in Meadows of Dan. My family goes back a long ways. My great-grandmother had a store near here, and I've never lived any more than a mile away from where we're sitting right here. This is all I know is this mountain right here.
All right. Well, good. Good. And Kevin, tell us what you do now. That's why it's so important that we just wanted to let everybody know who you are and what you do, because you've been doing a lot to help to document some outstanding history in the county.
Well, what I do is I have a drone business, a video business. I do a lot of real estate videos for people, different things. I do music videos, but one of the things people know me for is the Highway 58 expansion videos that I was doing.
Yeah, and what I like about the videos too, if you haven't seen them, we'll definitely make sure that as we get this posted up and as we put this on our website as well too, is to give you all the links to go into to see. And I know that that's been a hot topic here in the county, the Highway 58 project. A lot of people here on the mountain very frustrated with it, and a lot of people are not as happy with the project, but you know, I'm looking at the end results. Yes. I think it's like a lot of things, we have to go through the muck and the miry to get to a certain point, but I do know and I feel within my heart that once the project itself is complete, we'll have some of the more stunning views than what we had previous to it as well too. And you've documented that pretty much from the very beginning, haven't you?
I did. My wife actually talked me into doing this. I thought, well, who would care about this? And she says, please just go shoot a video. Just go out there and just shoot what they've done. And I got started in June of 2022, and they'd only been working on it a little while. And made a quick little video. I stopped. I was on the way back from another job, and I stopped at Krieger's woodworking place there, their driveway, and just took off with the drone, and I shot some footage and brought it back, threw it together, and put it on YouTube, and kind of forgot about it. And then one day I looked, and it was my highest viewed video, and I was really shocked, and people had found it and started sharing it.
Yeah.
So from that point, I decided, okay, well, maybe there is interest in this. So I try to every month, but it's hard to get to it every single month. But I've been doing I think I've done 10 at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think you've done an outstanding job on it too. And I remember years ago when they were actually widening 58 right through the town of Stewart. We live right up in the town of Stewart there, up above the DeHart Park. And me and my wife has always talked, we wish we had took more pictures of the way that the old Johnson Street Road used to go.
Yeah.
And you know, and once they put them highways in, they're long gone, forgotten. But we wished we had some pictures of it too. So I commend you for doing that. And I think a lot of people in the county, over the course of time, is going to come back to those videos and just see the immense amount of improvement that it will happen, but just where we did come from. And it's just progress, whether we really like it or not, though. Yeah. So how long have you been doing the drone footage?
I got my first drone in at Christmas 2018. It was a basic drone from DJI called Spark. And my wife got it for me for Christmas because I refused to buy one for myself. And she goes, oh, you'd have so much fun with it. And 2 days after I got it and flew it, I looked at her and I said, I got to figure out how to do this for a living. And slowly I started working in. Jim Wagner and Tim Telling started hiring me to do videos for their properties here on the mountain.
That's awesome.
And I thank them a lot. They really got me started in this and showed me that there was a need for it. And it just slowly built, but built pretty quickly. I mean, I got a better drone in 2020, just as the pandemic hit. I got a better drone. And so I couldn't do a whole lot with it there the first few months, but slowly I've worked into it, and now I've got 3 drones that are flying and 1 that needs to be fixed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this. I think that, again, the overall aspects of them, I mean, I'm just knowing that you're doing it. I know that there's some video that's showing in the background here of the fireworks. And there's so many things out there on the internet as well, too, if you want to check it out. And again, it's Kevin Hubbard. But with the drone footage itself, and I think, like you said, even with the real estates and the other ones too, and I know a lot of times people like to have it too, just so that they can get that aerial view of their property. Because sometimes you don't really realize what you do have from the ground level, but when you see it up front, up above, because I mean, even looking down on the town of Stewart, you showed us some videos earlier. We were up here, talking about some other things that we're going to be doing for the tourism and the tourism department to get more video out there.
Right.
But even the aerial footage up above, Meadows of Dan, tell some of the places in the county that you've been that a lot of people may not really think about how beautiful it is, because that's one thing we're promoting. We want to tell people there's so much here to find in Patrick County. But again, coming from the ground level, we don't see it. But when you see that drone video, you know.
It's amazing how much forested land we have in Patrick County, and how much beautiful land. We drive past every day and don't realize here. One of the videos I was showing you earlier was on Highway 57 back in the fall.
Yeah.
It's amazing the views from down there looking back toward the mountains. That's a great place. The long straightaway past M&M.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Any time of year, looking back toward the mountains. But of course, I know a lot about Meadows of Dan, considering I'm here all the time, and I could pretty much take it off with the drone and see Meadows of Dan from here. So I do a lot of that. But there's so many places outside the parkway that you can go to, and just it's beautiful. Squirrel Spur Road going down toward Ararat and Clawson. Route 8 Mountain is beautiful. Hard to film with a drone. I'll tell you that. That's a tough one.
Was it just due to all the curves and stuff in it?
The curves and the trees.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's such a steep incline. That legally I have to stay under 400 feet.
Okay.
Unless I get an FAA waiver. So when you're in the mountains, that means you need to find the tallest place you can get to and take off from that. As long as you're 400 feet under that section, you can go all over the place.
Yeah.
But then you get so far away, and the trees absorb the RC signal, and it doesn't work. So it flies back and lands. So you have to go find another place. So Route 8 is a toughie. Okay. That's why you haven't seen a Route 8 video yet.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, and who would have thought that you had to be that technical with a drone? I know a lot of people think that you just, we have a lot of people that go out and they'll try to buy them and they just try to put them out in there and just think that's one thing that you can do. But there's a lot of technical training and, well, at least being able to set and control the drone. It's not like flying a RC plane.
No, it's not, because you're also running a camera.
Yeah.
At the same time, you're videoing and you're trying to keep the drone in the air, keep it smooth, keep everything turning smoothly, and then keeping that camera set. And you go through and you do a perfect shot and then realize, oh, the shutter speed is wrong.
Oh, okay.
So you've got to constantly, there's a ton of things going through your head at all times. One of the ways I think that I took to it as quick as I did was I used to race radio controlled cars in the 90s all over Virginia, North Carolina, and Tennessee. I went all over the place doing that and got, pretty good at that. So then when I got the drone in my hands, the only difference was I was able to go up and down instead of just left and right.
Yeah.
And I was able to take to it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But
so how long were you in RC racing?
About 10 years. I started in Ferrystone. There was a little track in Ferrystone.
Now I remember that track too. And see, that's some of the past gone history too here in the county, that they used to actually be an RC track. And I got out, I think, vaguely one day, just real quick, but I remember hearing a lot of people talking about it. And that was a growing thing there for one
Yes.
time. Here, wasn't
The 90s was big for RC racing.
it?
And, you know, like everything, it tended to move around.
Yeah.
The most popular track would be somewhere else, you know, a month from now that it would, you know, so it was always changing. So I was go to different places just and tried different types of racing. I raced the off-road trucks, I raced buggies, I raced touring cars. I did a ton of stuff like that, and I loved it. And then one day I just said, you know, I just spent 4 hours driving so I could race 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's when I started
So I think-
backing out of it.
Yeah. But it's like a lot of us with our extracurricular activities and our toys and stuff like that. I'm one of them too that would love to, and I'm a big kid at heart.
Oh.
And so when you see, and I've seen these grown men my age, you know, in their late 50s, and they're running those little bulldozers, running the dump trucks and the big open things. But but I'm glad you're able to take the drone, and that's what we're really just talking about. Take to the drones, because you know when you take a look at these videos, and I tell you one video I saw. Not to bring too much attention to it, because we know how, you know, you're still learning a lot. And I'm still learning a lot about Patrick County as well, too, even after growing up here. But you shot and showed us a video of Talbert's Dam.
Yes.
Now, I'm telling you all, people, if is it uploaded anywhere?
I don't have it public.
Okay.
But
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if I can in public.
Okay.
But I will tell you that if you are in Poor Farmers Market at the right time of day, it might pop up on the TV screen.
Okay. Awesome.
It might pop up at Poor Farmers.
Yeah, I saw a snippet of that, and I'm telling you, I don't know. I try to catch myself to make sure I don't use the same words. And any of you all that maybe that have watched some of these videos in the time past, I try to stay away from certain words because I have a tendency to use them a lot. But I'm gonna tell you, that video and that footage up there is just absolutely outstanding. And we've got that right here, basically in our backyard.
It's 5 miles from here.
Yeah. So it's just awesome. So what did you do prior to getting into what did you work prior to getting into the drone?
Well, before I started Hubbard One Productions, I worked at Chateau Morset Winery for about 10 years. I was the tasting room manager for 7 of those years there at Chateau Morset. It's only 2 miles from here.
Yeah.
And you know, before that, I worked at Rotometrics, and before that, I worked at Walmart in Stewart. I've done a lot of different things. I'm not Walmart Stewart, Walmart in Mount Airy. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, back in the 90s, I was down there.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that are fans of mine now on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, all worked with me back in the 90s, and I haven't seen them since.
It's all right. Now, I will say this. Now, I don't know about you, but when I see Kevin, he doesn't look that old to me. I mean, he still kind of reminds me that maybe he's in his 30s, late 20s, early 30s. So to hear all of that history and everything, because it sort of sounds like me, because I had my stay at Walmart a couple times too. I worked up here on the mountain at Catewell Aerial Systems for almost 10 years. And, like a lot of things, you know, NAFTA, True Free Trade Agreement, killed a lot of jobs.
Yes.
Morrinsville, worked there, went all over, but very fortunate now to be in a position I'm in and to really be trying to promote the county through tourism and to keep everything up in the forefront. And that's why we wanted to work with you, because the videos and things, and I will let you all know too that keep a check out on our Facebook page too in the upcoming months as well too, because we're going to be working with Kevin to get some more videos. And again, you probably see the fireworks, this year's fireworks going on behind us as well. We've been looking at some other snippets and some other things to do too. We're coming up with some new product that we want to put out there, and we're going to continue to do a lot of good things as well too with the video. So what do you think some of your future as far as with drones? What do you think that just...
Well, there's a lot. I'm doing a lot, not just with drones, but with ground cameras too. I'm expanding into that. You know, I made the video for America I Love for Michael Fain.
Okay, awesome.
And you know that he's doing really well right now with his music. And I'm going to be recording the next concert that we had. You know, like I did the Beach Festival.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna be trying to record that and make a concert video out of that. But one thing I would love to do outside of the thing, outside of my making money with the real estate, I'd love to make a short film. I've got an idea in mind, and I'm trying to find some people to help collaborate. But that's one thing I really want to do. I want to shoot a short film here in Patrick County, not necessarily about Patrick County, but I want Patrick County to be a character in the film.
Yeah.
Is what I'm looking for. It would be a fiction, but that is my big dream, is to get that short film done.
Well, good. And I'll tell you this, that we've got several other people too in the county that has some of those same thought processes too about doing some more here in the county. As you all know, we've got an outstanding outdoor recreation. Of course, we're going to be doing more with the trails and a lot of things too. And as you can also see too, we've got an outstanding music scene vibe here. And you mentioned Michael Ray Fain. He's going to have an upcoming program as well too that's going to be down at Dominion Valley Park. And we're going to be sort of getting into a new genre, well, not a new genre for us, but really in the country music, because here we've really highlighted bluegrass, Americana, different types of music in that regards. Has always had an outstanding gospel, whether it's through churches, various singings of various churches and things as well too, and bluegrass and the blues, and our upcoming magazine that we'll have coming out next month is gonna sort of, you'll see how the music in this community, and we have the Crooked Roads that comes through, talking about Appalachian music, but again, getting back to Michael Ray, going with the country itself. So I'm very excited about it as well, Patrick County, and when you'll see more information on it is coming up. So it's good that you're doing that, and any way that you can document the county is always wonderful. Video is one of the best ways to keep that. But I'm like you too. I've got that inner desire to do some things like that. Hadn't I really put pen to paper as well too, because I've got a dramatical past, I guess you may say. I was in theater and drama a lot in high school, and I loved it. And I think there is a lot of untapped stories, but there's been a lot of good stories about Patrick County as well too, the various histories and the things that we have here. But I commend you, and I hope you can get the short film something together. And like I said, there's a couple other people in the county too just looking to do some things like that.
I would love to help anybody with their project like that if I could. I love collaborating. That was one of the things I like working with Michael Ray Fain. We collaborated well together. We bounced ideas off each other and made a better product than either one of us could have done singularly. And I love to find people like that I can collaborate with.
And I said, I'm not one that really stays on social media as much. I sort of let my wife handle a lot of the social media postings and keep involved in that. But there's a lot of people in the county that does those little short segments and stuff and put things out there to really talk about the county and how we're growing. So we're very excited about what you have done, and looking forward to, and I'm waiting for the final product of the 58 project.
Well, that, to me, I hate to see how, it is tearing up the mountain. But I also think it's going to be a much more beautiful road. And I think about all the wrecks I have seen in that mountain in my life. I have seen so many wrecks, truck wrecks, car wrecks. I've been going up and down that mountain since 1975. I can remember, when my parents would take me to Stewart to the Alexander's grocery store to get groceries. That's where we went. We would go up and down through there, and I can remember being 5 years old and seeing a truck turned over on fire. And I don't like that. I really want this to be a safer thing.
And I know it will, and I know VDOT, they'll catch a lot, and there's going to be like I said, there's a lot already being said, and a lot that's going to continue to be said. But again, I'm one that likes to try to put a positive spin on, which we know it is. It brings the communities closer together as well too. And that's one of the unique things about us here in Patrick County. And, some of the more mature citizens, they understand it. And I'm sure the students in the high school knows it too. How many times has it been said, oh, I got to go up on a mountain, or I got to go down the mountain? And it's always been just no more than probably a 10-mile stretch that seemed to have that invisible divide to a certain extent, but you would always come together. So hopefully this will mitigate that and make a big difference. And like you said, make it safer as well too. But just the camaraderie of it too, because what I like about Meadows of Dan, they just had the Meadows of Dan Folk Fair this Saturday. That was awesome. And I tell you, Trinity and the entire Meadows of Dan crew, everybody that was involved in it did an outstanding job. You know, and Meadows of Dan has a little thing that Felicia puts out there, a simpler place and time. And we've seen some drone footage of the top of Meadows of Dan as well too. And it looks like a little simpler place in time. But you know, we're very thankful for all of our various communities out in here. And I know you've got drone footage of most of all the hot spots here in the county as well too.
I've done a lot of the cruise ins and things like that. And you were talking about the folk festival. I'm editing the footage I took, so I'll have a little, about 5-minute long video of that coming out sometime in the next couple of weeks. It shows all the highlights of the Meadows of Dan Folk Festival. So looking forward to that.
I am
out there.
Yeah, I am too. Because we set up tourism set up there. We was there at the fire department, there at the center, the community center. We didn't get a chance to leave, but I saw the bus. And it was one of the things too. And how the community pulled together. Reynolds Homestead had their bus up, and they were, taking people back and forth from Meadows of Dan down to the center, and that was just going back and forth. But the amount of people that was coming off in there, so I'm looking forward to seeing the video. Just to see how busy it was. From what I saw, as many people came up talking to me, and there's many a times I was probably talking faster than I should have. No, but anyway, it's all good. I will say this, I'm gonna put myself out there. I put my foot in my mouth for talking too fast, but I'm gonna tell everybody the story. But just to let your wife know, we really do appreciate her. That's what she'll know about it. That's an inside joke for us here. But I really appreciate her setting me straight and teaching me some things that I didn't know. But anyway, but we're very thankful for it. But again, this is another unique individual here in the county. The people, the places, and the performers of Patrick. We don't know who we're going to interview next, but we were up and we needed to get some information started here, and I'm like, what better person too? Because you're actually, we've got a good historical group of people that documents it, whether it's through the Historical Society, whether it's through other people in the county. I don't remember the lady's name, who does a lot of articles in the newspaper now from up here on the mountain. She does. Was it Beverly?
Beverly Woody?
Yeah, Beverly Woody. She does a lot to document, has a lot of the history as well too. So kudos for you coming on board too and getting some video documentary of things that happen here in Apache County as well too. So
I try to make the videos interesting, and throw a little cinematic spin on them whenever I've got time. But it seems like a lot of folks just say, just fly the drone.
Yeah.
Just get us shots with the drone. But I like to throw that cinematic edge on it. And anybody that'd like to look up those videos, they're on Hubbard One Productions. You can find them on Facebook or YouTube, Hubbard One Productions.
Awesome. Well, good. Yeah. Well, Apache County, I hope you enjoyed, the quick little interview we did here with Kevin. There's going to be some outstanding videos that's going to be coming up through. Not only we'll be working with him, Apache County Tourism is going to be working with Kevin to produce some. You've heard me say this. I write about it in the paper. We're going to keep drilling. Come find yourself here, and come get lost and find yourself here. So he's going to be working on some stuff here for us. We're going to have a video that's going to be out, in the very near future. We're not going to put a time frame on it. And then my video crew here too has some ideas that they're going to be working on too. So, but again, thank you, Kevin. This has been another segment of the people, the places, and the performance of Patrick County. So Patrick County, be on the lookout. We may be coming to you to interview you, to let you tell the unique story of Patrick County.